Everybody, I'm back with another tutorial. In this one I was asked how to lerp between two textures using light vectors. So I'm gonna make up a quick tutorial on that, and ultimately this is pretty straightforward, pretty easy. You'd have one normal texture that you would apply to an object like a pod or something with an AO bake on it. And then you could bring in a tiling texture to add to the effect of like maybe moss growing on one side. So here I've made a material already and brought in the two textures I'm going to be using. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we need to do is we need to make sure it's on blend opaque and it's on custom. There we go. Alright, now what we are going to do is let's go ahead and add a multiply. Just plug that into the custom diffuse, or actually custom lighting, not custom diffuse. I'm looking at some notes I've written down, so let's see. We're going to have a linear interpolate, plugs into A. We're going to bring in a constant clamp. There we go. Constant clamp, and let's bring this back because this is going to plug into the alpha and the B on the multiply. Next thing we need is a dot product, so let's go ahead and bring in a dot product. Let's go ahead and plug that in. What we're going to need is if we go down to vector ops, I believe, no, vectors, light vector, need that. Then we need a constant 3 vector. You can hold down 3, and then click. It'll bring up your light vector. Now, let's see, we need another one of these. Control W to duplicate. Plug that into Lerp. Then we need another one of these. This time, or actually no, I'm doing this slightly wrong. This is, yeah, I'll show you guys. This will be helpful for demonstration purposes. So if we do 0 and 1, we can now see what kind of effect this has. So if I hold L and drag this around, you'll notice where specularity, well, essentially where specularity is highest, you get the maximum amount of red, while where it's lowest, it transfers to blue. That's the kind of effect you get with this. So essentially we don't really need these, but I wanted to show you guys a very simple diagram of what it would kind of look like. So these actually need to be switched. Bring this one down, plug that into B, plug that into A. Now we have a texture that changes based on where the light goes. Actually, apparently you don't need to click to move the light around. Okay. Let's see if we can do something else. Let's see if we can't find Udk Heightmap. Just for the heck of it. let's go into Photoshop real quick. And let's go ahead and create a clouds texture. Render clouds and filter render difference clouds. Let's go and save this as clouds. Back into the UDK. Go and import that clouds texture. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How can we do this? Maybe we can multiply these two. Get an interesting effect. I'm just kind of thinking around here. Okay, that kind of screwed it up. Let's try. What would happen if we did that? Nothing. Then, oh, that might be why. Forgot to plug it into the custom lighting. Okay, that is really strange. Okay. Let's see, something else, maybe add node might do it. I'm just trying to get an effect where we can use Heightmap combined with the lighting. Whoops. Oh. Huh. Strange. Have some blue coming through. Let's see. So add doesn't really work. Neither does subtract, neither does multiply. Dot product. Maybe if we multiply these two and then clamp it, that might do the trick. Because then it looks like it might be a bit too strong. It's not affecting the alpha channel per se. It's actually affecting the color. try and add. Nope. Well, I'm sure there's something. Let's try changing this to 5 maybe. That changes the strength at which, the sharpness I should say, of the transition. Yeah. Huh. I wonder if we were to multiply these two nodes. Dang it. Try and crank this up. Okay, that's a bit more like it, but yeah, there we go. That's an interesting effect. So let's see. So this texture might just be way too strong. So let's control, or actually let's do levels, and let's bring up the output to something like that. Save, go back here, re-import texture, get some weird lighting artifacts now. That might be, let's turn this down to 1, maybe 2. There we go. Strength's quite a bit lower, but if you have a really sharp height map, that'd be kind of a cool effect. As you can, let's try and bump it up a tad bit more and see. That's too much. 2, 3. Maybe 3 is good. Oh, whoops. 3. You guys can kind of see what I'm going to try and get at, but essentially now where the light comes in, it can actually be affected by a height map, so it'll grow in the deeper areas. You'd probably have to invert this, but it'll grow in the deeper areas first and then grow to the outer areas as you get closer to the edge with this linear interpolate. So that's a really cool effect. So say you're on the other side of the rock and the light starts coming around, the moss is gonna grow in the deeper crevices first, and then it's gonna grow on the outside once it gets really close to the edge. So you gotta of course bake out a height map from like X normal or something, but they're a pretty cool effect. I really like it. I hadn't actually figured this out quite yet, so I'm actually quite happy with this. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. It was pretty simple, quick tutorial. I wanted to make one this weekend, but I didn't get around to it, so I'm glad someone asked me to make this one. It was a fun one. You can make a lot of cool effects with this, so hope you guys run with it. Again, as always, like, comment, subscribe. It helps me a lot. Keeps me making tutorials. Check out my Facebook page. It's basically, well, I'll put it in the description so you guys can go there. Ask me for tutorials, questions, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next one.